This fruit is best for diabetics to control blood sugar levels. In this video, I'll share 3 valuable pieces of information. First, I'll list the top 7 fruits for diabetics that help manage blood sugar and improve health. Second, I'll give a simple tip to enhance these fruits' benefits and even enjoy forbidden fruits. You often say, "I can't eat anything." Well, this video will help with that too. Third, I'll show you how to determine if a fruit is good for you. I always emphasize on this channel that we need to personalize our approach. But in your case, how do you know when your blood sugar level is okay to say, "This fruit is fine for me," or "I need to be careful with this fruit, it's raising my blood sugar too much"? Do you know what numbers to look for on your glucose meter? I'll explain that to you as well. Let's start with the list of 7 best fruits for diabetics, and I'll tell you why they're good. To determine if a fruit is good, I considered 3 factors. The first is the glycemic index. Many people only look at the glycemic index. What's that? It's how quickly a food or fruit raises blood sugar levels. But I can't just consider that alone. Why not? Because I also need to consider the glycemic load besides the glycemic index. So that's the second factor. What's the glycemic load? It's the amount of sugar in each fruit. It's not enough for a fruit to have a low glycemic index if it's packed with sugars. That's not a good combination. So, we need to combine a low glycemic index with a preferably low glycemic load. The third factor is nutritional composition. How does that fruit help with other nutrients crucial for diabetics? When I talk about fruit, I mean a 100-gram portion, okay? You can't compare grapes to watermelon, for instance, can you? I need a standard to define it, and the weight must be consistent. So, what are the 7 fruits? Number 7 is avocado. Avocado has healthy fats that help with cholesterol, boosting HDL, the good cholesterol. We know diabetics must be vigilant about cholesterol and heart disease. One of the main causes of death in diabetics is heart attack, stroke, and cerebral hemorrhage. When cholesterol is elevated, it also increases the risk of these diseases. So if you manage your cholesterol, you're also preventing these conditions. Avocado won't raise your blood sugar levels. Why? It has few carbs, good fats, and fiber, and its carbs are low on the glycemic index, so it has a low glycemic load and high nutritional value. But why did I rank it number 7? Many expected avocado to be number 1. Why? Despite its benefits, it's a high-calorie fruit. I ranked it 7th to highlight its high-calorie content. Eating too many calories, even from good fats, can lead to weight gain and worsen insulin resistance long-term. So you need to be mindful of how much avocado you eat. Even if it doesn't raise blood sugar short-term, you won't notice, but long-term, watch out for calorie buildup. It can lead to weight gain and worse insulin resistance, okay? Avocado is great, but with that caveat. Number 6, another excellent fruit, is the orange. Oranges are a good source of fiber. What do fibers do? They increase satiety, lower glycemic index, and oranges have vitamins like C and antioxidants. Oranges are excellent. When I say orange, I mean with the pulp, okay? Remove pulp, you lose fiber. Higher glycemic index affects blood sugar more, like in orange juice. For diabetics, eating an orange is better than drinking orange juice. People get confused. But eating an orange is more than juice, so juice must be better. Actually, it's the opposite. The more you're eating is fiber, which isn't absorbed by our body, so they'll help your gut control blood sugar levels and aid in feeling full. It's better to eat the orange and avoid orange juice. A medium glass of orange juice contains about 6 oranges. It's hard to eat 6 whole oranges, isn't it? So, always opt for eating the fruit. I really enjoy eating oranges as they're very healthy. On average, I eat 1 to 2 oranges daily. Next on our list at number 5, kiwi. Kiwi has many antioxidants and studies show it may help control blood pressure. So, if you're diabetic with high blood pressure, kiwi is excellent. It can also help with sleep. Studies show that kiwi can help in this area. Isn't that interesting? Where are you watching this video from? Because I said kiwi. Many people say kiwi. How do you pronounce it in your region? Write it here in the comments. I'm speaking from Porto Alegre. Don't forget, I always like to know. At the end of the video, I'll send a hug to your city. I'll respond to comments here. All right, moving on. Why did I put it in 5th place? Kiwi's carbs have a low glycemic index, which is great, but compared to other fruits, it has a medium glycemic load, meaning a slightly higher concentration. It's an excellent fruit, but I'm explaining why it's 5th. You always ask, what criteria did you use for fifth place when it's said to be excellent? Well, that's it. It has a bit more carbs, concentration than other fruits. Should you avoid it? You can eat kiwi, no problem. But I have to make this ranking. I have to choose, make the list. And in this ranking, it's a great fruit at number 5. And kiwi has these benefits I explained, right? It's high in fiber, helps blood pressure, and can regulate blood sugar levels. So kiwi is an excellent fruit. Number 4, almost in our top ranking, is a fruit I really love, guava. Guava has a low glycemic index and load, low sugar, lots of vitamins, and is rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. What do antioxidants do? Many people talk about antioxidants. Antioxidants fight free radicals, which can increase the risk of various diseases, including cancer. Did you know that? So can guava treat cancer? No, it can't treat it, but it may help prevent various types. Isn't that interesting? It's crucial to include guava in your diet, and it won't add excess calories as guavas are low in calories per unit. I love it, and my son loves guava too, so I buy plenty. We eat guava every day at home. And number 3, entering the top best is strawberry. Strawberries are in the red fruit group and contain anthocyanins. Many studies show anthocyanins benefit health, blood pressure, and reduce various diseases. So strawberries are excellent. Strawberries, though sweet, are great for dessert or before bed. They're low calorie, filling, have fiber, and are low glycemic index, meaning they won't spike blood sugar, which is great for your health. And number 2, among the best fruits for diabetics is melon. Melon is larger and also has good carbs with fiber. Eating melon refreshes you, fills you up, and provides few calories per serving, which is very beneficial. It won't raise blood sugar short term, and long term, it may help control insulin resistance. Interesting, right? Did you know that? I'm a big fan of melons. Melons are great for health, aid digestion, and offer many benefits. Speaking of blood sugar, melons are excellent for that. And the top fruit, the champion of our list, is the apple. There's a saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's because apples are packed with vitamins. When I say apple, I mean with the skin. That's where the fiber is. Apples also contain pectin. Pectin is a soluble fiber that can improve cholesterol, backed by many studies. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Apples are low in carbs, and they're good carbs with a low glycemic index. So yes, eat apples. They're great for your health and benefit your whole body. So what's the big tip for eating fruit while controlling blood sugar? There's an interesting trick. For instance, take a fruit often considered off limits for diabetics. There are several, but let's use bananas as an example. I always say there's no such thing as a forbidden fruit, okay? That's a myth. But for fruits you need to be careful with, like bananas, here's what to do. Add a spoonful, about 10 to 15 grams, of chia seeds. Why? Chia has carbs, but they're fiber-based and not absorbed. So chia's carbs won't raise your blood sugar levels. Chia's fiber and healthy fats like omega-3 help stabilize blood sugar, lowering the banana's glycemic impact. It's great. If you eat a lot of bananas, grapes, mangoes, or pineapples, you can add some fiber. It can be your preference like flaxseed, which I like to mention. Just don't use oatmeal, okay? Most of oats' composition is sugars, despite also having fiber. If you mix banana with oatmeal, it's not an ideal meal for diabetics. It can be healthy. I'm not saying it's bad, but chia or flaxseed is better, as oats have many absorbed carbs. Oats have benefits like lowering cholesterol, but for blood sugar control, it's best to avoid oats and use chia or flaxseed. If you use chia, that's ideal. 1 kg of chia per meal increases satiety, prevents hunger, aids digestion, controls blood sugar, and provides vitamins and good fats. That's the key tip. Now, in part 3, how can diabetics know if a fruit is beneficial? How can you test this? There's the test using a device called a glucometer or glucose meter, depending on where you're watching, but many don't know the values or when to test. Important note, besides values, you must test before and after eating. It's crucial. Why? Many people already have high blood sugar. They eat fruit, check levels 2 hours later, and blame the fruit when it's high, but it was already high. So it's crucial to check before meals. You don't need to test every time you eat fruit, but it's good to do occasionally to understand your body and limits. Got it? I'm not saying test every time you eat, okay? It's a medical recommendation. Some need it, but generally not if you have type 2 diabetes and don't use insulin. Let's continue. What are these values? For diabetics, before eating fruit, your levels should be up to 130 mg/dl or 7.2 mol. I always use millimoles per liter because many countries use this measure. So, up to this value. Does that mean you need to aim for 130? No. Ideally, it should be lower than this to indicate controlled diabetes, as per the American Diabetes Association, okay? If your test is below this, eat the fruit and test again after 2 hours. What should the value be in this test? For good diabetes control and to know the fruit's okay, it should be under 180 mg/dl or 10 mmol. Many say, well, 150 or 160 is high. But remember, this is the post-meal value. Naturally, after eating, blood sugar levels will rise. This is physiological, normal, and expected. The problem is when glucose stays high or is high without eating, okay? These are ideal values. Check before to avoid blaming fruit. This happens often. As a diabetes specialist, I see this a lot. Fruit's bad for me, it raises sugar. We check before, glucose is already high, but fruit gets blamed. Now, I'll suggest a video for you to watch. It's about the 5 enemies of diabetes. These are mistakes that can affect your blood sugar control. You need to avoid these errors, okay? Know this to avoid diabetes traps many can't control. Click here for the video with more explanation. Take care. See you next time.